Hey dudes, Carl here. Yep, how's it going? I had training today, so we didn't have to do a whole ton of stuff. So I had time to get all Tim's videos in. So I'm like, I think I can get them all in, take notes, get home, do stuff with the wife, and then get this one up real quick before I have to go to bed, wake up tomorrow and go to work. Oh yeah, Fireside Chat. Do. This is my, see this thing? I got this. Had to have it. It's like Florida, you know, the little hardwood and stuff. I love it. It used to have a seashell on it, but it broke off. It's cheap. Got it from Kohl's. Used to unload trucks at Kohl's at really early in the morning or late at night, whatever you want to think. So we unloaded the trucks and we'd walk through the store and I'd see stuff. That's why Tim walking around the mall is expensive, because he's going to see all sorts of stuff he wants to buy. So that's not good. So anyway, let's get to his videos really quick because it'll be easy. Morning chat, 28 minutes. No fireside chat the night before. He's going to shoot 200 rounds on a 45, something about guns. I don't really know. I don't even know what a 45 is really, other than it's just, I think it's millimeters or something. He knows nobody wants to talk about guns. And so he's like, I'm going to stop doing it. And then 2 sentences later, guns. He admits that his left eye is toast, that it's gone, that he can't use it. It's worthless. He admits it. He can't read out of it. He can't really see out of it. It does him no good. Oh man, I lost one of my fires. Says he's going out west. And he's going to go where the donkeys are, which is Bullhead City. Tim, you're not going anywhere. Anyway, even if he does go somewhere, he only goes twice a year. He could rent a truck for the times that he goes and save more money than purchasing a truck. And if he flew out there, he'd have way more money. And he could rent a truck when he's out there and rent a camper or rent a Class C or something, if he really wants to track his pool all over the place. It's so much cheaper to fly out there. But he probably can't fly. Who knows? Never seen him fly. Maybe not. I don't know. Who cares? He never even talks about flying. Wonder if he ever flew. That one time he picked up Tammy, wouldn't go in the airport, just kept driving around because he didn't want to pay for parking. That was hilarious. That was funny. Yeah, that was hilarious. And Tim was just like, oh. Tammy gave it to him. I wouldn't help her out with her luggage or everything. Yeah. So then he stopped talking about guns to talk about politics. Oh, that was even more boring. And I'm listening to this all at 2 times speed. And a lot of times it just sounds like he's talking regular, like I'm talking now. So how slow can he possibly be talking? I don't know. I don't get it. Does he talk really slow just to drag these out to add the minutes on? I don't know. He says he has a second YouTube channel. Hey Tim, what's your second YouTube channel? Do you go stalking people with your second YouTube channel? Yeah, I was on JJ's channel. He talked about coffee. That coffee sounds great. The coffee beans, the little chocolate coffee beans, it sounds cool. He was JJ hanging out. I said, hey, nice coffee. Under my own channel name. I'm not hiding or anything. And people are like, oh, you're a subterfuge or something. I'm like, I'll tell you exactly who I am. And JJ talks back. It's all fine. It's all good. I don't see why we all got to be enemies about something. I'm just talking about Tim's idea of retirement and his ideas about it. I don't say Tim smells. I do make fun of his eye a little bit, but make fun of my arm. I'm all good with it. Some of that's fine, but when you say someone stinks and you have no idea if they smell or not, I mean, what's all that about? That's just silly. That's just name calling. Anyway, so I wonder what he does with that second YouTube channel. He says he had it before he did Sarasota Tim, so it'd be an old channel. I just don't care enough to do that much detective work and stuff like that. But people that do, there you go. There's some info. Oh, that video got 2.2K views, 42 comments, and Sarasota replied to 4 of the 42 comments. So those other people, maybe they didn't give him any money. Who knows? All right, moving on. Second video, 11 minutes. Ford F-250 Super Baby Godzilla Duty Truck. Talked about how great the truck is. You know, it's the best truck in America. You can't have a better truck, blah, blah, blah. Even though it's a baby Godzilla, it's a great engine, blah, 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 blah. I don't know if it is or it isn't. I don't care. He's not going anywhere. Keeps talking about how he's going to go on trips, hook it up and go. He's just doing that to manipulate the T-Bucket. Keep her on her back feet because he could just take off at any time. So, you know, he's got that in his back pocket that he can just take up and go. Why she would care if he'd just take up and go, I have no idea. But whatever, that's between them. I don't really care. And then he went to the car wash. Woo, whoopee doopy doo. Why don't you wash your own car, dude? You got nothing but time. I don't know. But he wants to pay money, have somebody else do it. And then supposedly he went to the gym. But then later on in this last video, he said he didn't go to the gym. So which is it, Tim? You went to the gym or you didn't go to the gym? And you're just lying. You don't go to the gym. You don't have a gym bag. You don't film at the gym. You don't film yourself going into the gym, out of the gym, anything about the gym. You just talk about the gym. So there's no gym, Tim. You don't film it? Didn't happen. Oh, and then I don't know what this chick file is, but he paid with credit cards. He's got 4 credit cards. Does T-Bucket pay the credit cards? Did he buy the guns on credit cards? Who knows? Does credit card count as money? Sorry about that, it's chalky milk. Does credit cards count as money? I don't know. Tim ran up the limits. I don't know. They talked about bankruptcy before, either him or T-Bucket. I don't know. Whatever. Then guns, coffee, talking about the truck. That's all he did. And then I told you about taking, you know, he could just rent a truck when he goes out there. He could fly out. It'd be much cheaper. Cost him a lot of money to drag that tin can across the United States and back. And he only does it twice a year. And that's the only place he goes. I don't know. It might even be cheaper to just have your tin can shipped out there and have it shipped back. And then you could just drive the Honda back and forth. There's an idea. Hey, I need some blessings for that one, Tim. That's a good idea. Yeah, you could probably ship that tin can out there cheaper and you could take it yourself. Anyway, that one got 1.4K views, 33 comments, and 3 responses from Tim. So, once again, those 3 people, Tim wants something from him, or he's getting something from him. All you other people who make comments, he ain't talking to you. Yeah, you gotta give him money, or he's gotta want something from you. All right, number 3, it was bound to happen. Ooh, it was bound to happen, Tim. I don't know. He met some lady and she said his car is a piece of crap, that she has it's a piece of crap, that the wires are made with soybeans or something, so rats and mice love to eat all the electronics on it. That super sucks, Tim. Yeah, I used to have my BMW in the garage, and I had rats eat all my electrical shit on my BMW. That was a nice $3,500 bill. Yeah, love owning BMWs. That car was a burden. Oh, that's the worst car ever. I thought my life would be so awesome with the BMW. All my little lawyer buddies were, then they got BMWs because they had to copy. Yeah, I got rid of mine. They still had their BMWs and they're talking about all their problems. Whatever, dude. I'm driving a little Honda. It's a Honda Fit. That was cool because everything folds flat. You can live in it. It's pretty cool. But they stopped making those. Bastards. I love that car. And that's it. Just talked about the woman. And he wanted her to watch her channel. And she's like, are you political? Because he's Mr. Trump, dude. And she's like, I'm a liberal. Piss off. Yep. And that was pretty much it. That was 10 minutes, 53 comments, 5 responses. You know, you got to pay him money if you want him to talk to you. His views were 2,000K. He's got 65,000 subscribers, so, you know, what, 1%, let's just make it easy, less than 5% of all subscribers are watching his stuff. And then, okay, so now we went to the gun range. Woo, we went to the gun range for 30 minutes. You could barely hear what he said. Had a free membership, that's why he's going. He wants to shoot outside. He met, where'd I put it? Yeah. Yeah, he talked about how he met these two young men. And he wants to go shooting with them. Oh, that was funny. No videographer. You can't hear him. He's firing guns. He's not a very good shot. He tells you he's not a very good shot. And then he had a gun that was like too big for him. And oh, this gun hurts. If I fire it twice, I need gloves because it's just so powerful. Blah, 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 blah. I'm getting rid of that gun. I don't know. Guns. You know, I was having trouble paying attention because I couldn't afford it. I couldn't pay attention because I couldn't afford it. That's a Timbo joke. Yeah, I thought that was a good one. Anyway, that's probably the only funny joke I'm gonna have. I don't know. I still don't understand. He's in the middle of the city. He's got to have more than one gun. You only need one gun to shoot somebody that's coming at you. I don't know what you do with the other four. But anyway, but I do play tennis, and I have 3 rackets. And you're like, playing tennis, you can only hit with 1 racket at a time. Well, that's true, but about every 2 weeks I break a string, and that can happen in the middle of a match. So I gotta have a backup racket in case that happens. So I guess I could have 2, but I have 3. The newest one I have is probably 7 years old, and the other one I have is probably over 10 years old. So anyway, that's pretty good. I'm not buying the greatest and latest tennis thing. I'm not the greatest tennis player. I play good enough just to have fun with my buddies in tennis tournaments. Although we did win state a few times and went to regionals, but we could never get past Ohio. Man, Ohio's tough. But in Ohio, you got all those huge cities in it. You got Cleveland, Toledo, Cincinnati. They got all, we just have Chicago. And so we always had to get through Chicago. But man, you could never get past Ohio. Ohio was rocking. So we never got to go to nationals, which would have been cool. But that never happened. So that's a bummer. Okay, views only 774. So obviously not a lot of people want to watch guns. 29 comments, 7 replies. So maybe people he thinks are pew aficionados he's replying to. Because once again, he wants something or you got to give him money. All right, now we're moving on to Fireside Chat. Guns. Met 2 young men. 2 young men. People litter and collect bottles when they're young. He talked about his childhood. As near as I can tell, he grew up lower middle class or poor, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It makes me understand how his worldview formed as a child. So it kind of makes me think. But he did teach me one thing. Tim, if you're watching, and I know you watch at times, that mustard trick where you're at the fair and you put the mustard in the corn dog and you roll it, that is genius, dude. I didn't know about that. I'm going to try that next time. Because I go to Sonic every once in a while. Because that's the only place I can get a corn dog. Or we go to the fair every once in a while. But yeah, I love mustard on my corn dog. And that's a cool trick. So heads up to you, Timmy. That was a great one. I like that. But in this Fireside Chat, I was listening to you at 2 times speed. I'm walking my dog. And it just sounds like you're talking normal like this. And you're at 2 times speed. So how slow can you be talking on your Fireside Chat? That's just crazy. If people, I don't know, is this so slow? But anyway, you got 654 views. But that's not really fair because it's only been up for a little bit. And you got 33 comments and you haven't responded to anybody. That's because, as soon as you got done with Fireside Chat, closed everything up over to Tammy's, and you're hanging out with her doing whatever, so you don't have time to respond to comments. And she's probably like, even though when you're doing stuff, she was always on the phone, blah, 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 but I guess you're not allowed to do that. I know, because I'm not allowed to do that with my wife. Some of you guys out there even know her name. Pretty impressive. Not really hard to find out. But you think you're all cool because you know her name, and you think that bugs me. I could care less. I know what her name is. My whole family knows what her name is. All the attorneys in town know what her name is. It's just she doesn't want to be part of the channel. She didn't want to be part of this, and so I respect that. So I leave her out of that. I was talking about JJ. I think he's a cool dude. He's fun. I've been on his channel. I've had a few interactions with him. He's a straight up good guy. His channel is crushing it. If you want to go over and check him out, he's a cool dude. As far as I can tell. I mean, I know he's hanging out with the Timster, but you know, hell, I hang out with Karl-Bohemian. So what is it? You know, you can't go by any of that. And I always take people at their word, at face value, and unless they give me a reason not to. And he's always been cool with me. But I think it's funny because it's JJ John J. And I had a process server that worked for me, and I couldn't remember if his name was Dan or Dave. So we kept calling him Dan Dave. Hey, Dan Dave, what's up? What's up, Dan Dave? And he's like, why do you call me Dan Dave? Oh, because it's cool. So, yeah, we probably ragged Tim for that John J thing. He couldn't remember the name, but shoot, I did it myself, so I can't really go there. Tim's not going anywhere. Just gonna hit it then on gun range. Oh, and my whole thing about Tim is not really attacking him personally. It's just saying he sells this life. Get your Social Security at 62. Quit your prison job because you're in prison and you can't do anything fun while you're in prison, and live your life like me because I'm living the greatest life ever known to man. So I always point out what Tim did today. Tim did not go to the beach. Tim did not go to any cool place to eat that's in Sarasota. At least he didn't film it. And my big thing is, if I lived in Florida, Tim did not go to a bar that's on the beach or an eatery that's on the beach and have dinner as you watch the sunset over the Gulf of Mexico. Because that's its name. If they change it, I'll say the other name. And no golf. He hasn't golfed for months. He probably can't even see where the ball goes once he hits it. So if you think you're going to retire at 62 and live this great life that Sarasota Tim lives, that's what you're going to be doing. You know. And anyway, I woke up early, had breakfast with the wife in the Mayflower Cafe in Dunlap. You haters can call there and be all nasty if you want to be. I appreciate it if you wouldn't, because they're really nice people. They're immigrants, and they came over, and their dad was a cook on a military ship for the United States government. And when he retired, his dream in life was to have a restaurant. And so he started this restaurant, and everybody would go there and eat. And they were super cool family, super cool, and his restaurant super successful. Well, he passed away, and the family has kept it up. And it used to be in Peoria, and moved out to Dunlap, which is about, 10 miles away. So we still like going out there and eating there. And but anyway, that's a nice thing to do. Then I went to work, got training, so I'm all trained up, more safe. And then I got out of work, and we went to Sam's and went shopping. I got my legal drugs, and I ordered some more legal drugs to keep me alive with my type 2 diabetes. And then we went to Cold Stone Creamery and got ice cream. Yeah, type 2 diabetes, eating ice cream. It's not good. But it was fun. It was a good time. And then got to hang out with Snooblers. And then my wife made my hair blonder. So that was cool. She did hers and mine at the same time. So that was fun. And then I'm like, I gotta hurry up. I got all this stuff done, and I'll make this video so I can hang out with my internet buddies. You guys. Not you dude, not you 5% down there. You guys. Not the dude. And Gaylord, I think there's some, either it's really you and you're a total dirtbag, or there's somebody trying to impersonate you, and he's out there being a dirtbag to all the haters. So that's just a heads up, Gaylord. So if it's you, you're a jerk. If it's not you, I'm sorry, buddy, but there's somebody out there pretending to be you, and that's not good. Anyway, so that's all there is to it. Tim, let me see. I think, yeah, that's Tim. I think he's getting over that he got found out. Anyway, so this video is way too long, but hold on. Tim was 115 minutes. This is 20 minutes. And I don't know, 25% of it wasn't even Tim. So anyway, see you later. Have a great night.